These are the solutions to sample quiz 1. I'm going to call out the answer first, and if you get it right and you don't need an explanation, you can go on fast forward to the next one. Okay, the first one, the answer is A. It says, below is a table of partial set of values of a linear function h of x. If the function is of the form h of x equals mx plus b, what is the value of the parameter b? That's asking you, what does the variable b represent? B represents the slope, the y-intercept. So where does it cross the y-axis? When x is 0. So that would be at 1. Number 2, the answer is D. Number 2, it says the graph of the linear function h of x is shown below. Which function correctly describes the graph shown? Well, this one has a y-intercept at 3, so that eliminates B and C. And since your line is going down from left to right, it has a negative slope. So that eliminates A. The answer to number 3 is C. The graph of the linear function w of x is shown below. If the function is of the form wx equals mx plus b, what must be the true parameter of m? M represents your slope. If a graph is going down from left to right, then it has a negative slope. So that means that m has to be less than 0. Number 4 is B. Number 4, what is the equation of the following parabola in vertex form? Well, your vertex is right here. The vertex is -3, 1. Remember that your equation is x minus h squared plus k. So that would be x minus -3 squared plus 1. Simplify those signs, and you have x plus 3 squared plus 1. And that is B. The answer to number 5 is A. What you have here is a parabola, and here's your standard form. When a parabola opens down, like this one is, that means that A has to be negative. In other words, A is less than 0, which is A. The answer to number 6 is A. Looking at your graph, it says which of the below options shows the correct intercept form of the graph? Well, the vertex is 2, 4. So when you put that into your standard form, you have whatever A is, and then x minus 2 plus 4. And the only one that has a minus 2 plus 4 is A. So also that would mean that this A had to be -2. But even without knowing what this is, you could find the answer just by using your vertex. Okay, number 7, the answer is B. It asks you to find out which of those equations match this. All right, this has the ordered pair 0, 1. That means if I put in a 0 for these x's, I need to get out a 1. If I put in a 0 for A, I get out a 1. If I put in a 0 on B, if I put in a 0 for x, here, when I put in a 0, that gave me a 1. Here, when I put in, when I put in a 0 here, 3 to the 0, I get out a 1. You're going to get a 1 out for all of those. So all of them have that point 0, 1 in common. So we need to pick another point. Another point on the graph would be right here at 1, 3. So which of those can I put in a 1 and get out a 3? B. Number 8, the answer is B. Which function shows this graph? Well, this graph has an asymptote right there at -3. So if you remember, y equals k is your asymptote, so it has to be -3. So that eliminates C and D. So now we need to know if it's A or B. So I'm going to pick a point. Here's a point. That's the point 0, -2. So which one of those can I put in a 0 and get out a -2? So for A, if I put in a 0, I have 2 to the 0 minus 3, which is 1 minus 3, which is -2. And for B, if I put in a 0, 1/2 to the 0 power, minus 3. That's also 1 minus 3, which is negative 2. Okay, so I need to pick another point because both of those gave me the same point. So let's pick, it looks like it goes through negative 2, 1. All right, so now I'm going to put in a negative 2. So for A, 2 to the negative 2 power minus 3. 2 to the negative 2 is 1/4. And 1/4 minus 3 gives me not 1. You have negative 2 and 3/4. All right, for B, I have 1/2 to the negative 2 power minus 3. 1/2 to the negative 2 power, remember the negative means I need to swap, I need to take the reciprocal, so it's going to be 2 over 1 to the second power. That makes a positive, and that gives me 4 minus 3, which is 1. So that answer is B. Number 9, the answer is C. What is the asymptote of the exponential equation? Remember, y is equal to k. K is negative 4. So y is negative 4. Okay, that's the end of sample quiz 1.